Now let me show you another way that I plant my starters. And this is in these little individual little planting sections. And they actually are about the same size. I use just an aluminum pan to hold the water. Because you don't want to water from the top, you could end up disrupting your basil seed. So you want to water from the bottom. What I do is I put my planting soil in the little spots, and then I water it. Then I leave it for 24 hours, and then I push down just to kind of get it to act like a sponge so that the water is, the soil is being like a wick and it's pulling the water up. Then what I'll do after I plant my seeds is I'll actually stretch a piece of plastic wrap or saran wrap over the top. What that creates is another small, inexpensive biodome. So these are my basils, and I will take you step by step as they're growing, and then when I transplant them. Now these are called African blue basil, and they do not grow by seed. You actually have to order a clipping, or they call it a plug, but these will grow year-round, and they're also not an annual. Now some of my basils will make it 2 and 3 years, so I really don't call any of my basil babies annual basil plants. I do let my basils flower, and the main reason I do that is because I just love the smell, and I love how when they're flowering. Now I do cook with my basil, and those stems I do pinch the flowers, and then I use that. Once they flower, the basil leaves that are closest to the flowers are a little bit more bitter. So I enjoy some of the flowers, and then other parts of the basil I'll use for my cooking. So I kind of got beautiful flowers, and then I've got an edible plant. So I'm going to give it a couple of weeks, and I'll bring you back and show you how my baby basils are doing.